Hello, my name is Oscar Cobos, the LexisNexis representative at your school. Some of you may already be familiar with Lexis. For those that aren't, don't worry, Lexis is simple and intuitive. With the instruction you will receive from your professors and the trainings I will provide, you will become comfortable researching any legal issue. This video will cover 4 things. First, I will review how to register and access Lexis Plus. Second, we will take a look at searching, filtering, and navigating results. Then I will share things I wish I would have known as a 1L. And finally, I will cover the resources at your disposal when questions arise. So let's get started. To access Lexis Plus, type lexisnexis.com/law schools into the address bar. You should have already received an electronic card on how to register. If you have not, go ahead and pause the video and register by clicking the Register for Lexis Plus button and following the prompts. If you can't find a copy of your school's registration card, please contact me or your school's librarian. Once signed in, you will come to the Lexis Plus homepage, where you can find information on upcoming trainings and so much more. For now, let's click on Go to Lexis Plus. At the center of the Lexis Plus homepage, you will see the search bar. This is where all your searches will start. You can access folders, history, and help in the upper right-hand corner. Under the search box is content, which we will cover in greater detail at a future point. For now, all you need to know is that this allows you to search in specific areas of law as well as specific jurisdictions. You'll notice that when I begin to type, the search wheel will automatically populate suggestions. Searching by citation, however, is the best choice because there can be multiple cases with the same name, especially when one of the parties is the United States. Now let's look at a famous case which at first glance gives every civil procedure student a headache. Erie Railroad is a negligence case brought against a railroad company after an individual was struck by the door of a passing train while walking next to the track. The citation for Erie is 304 US 64. Just like searching with Google, Lexis gives you some wiggle room when running a search. As you will see, the proper citation includes spacing and periods. You, however, do not need to use spacing or periods when running your search. All you have to do is ensure that you have the correct numbers and letters and that they are in the correct order. Now that you have found the case, let's look at what is available to you. At the top of nearly every 1L assigned case, you will find a law school case brief. These briefs were drafted by LexisNexis attorney editors, so you know you can rely on them, as opposed to just using Google. Let's click on Law School Case Brief. As you can see, the briefs provide the important facts of the case. They provide the rule, the issue, the answer, and the conclusion. Reading the law school case brief is not a substitute for reading the case. Under the Case Brief button, you will find the Case Summary. While case briefs are focused for class, case summaries will cover an overview of the entire case. First, you will see the procedural posture, which will let you know how the case arrived here. The overview will cover the breakdown of the most important facts and the major issues faced by the court in this case. Before you even read the case, you know that the railroad company is claiming it is not liable under state law. The outcome lets you know that the Supreme Court overturned the decision to allow the party to file in federal court, saying state law ruled supreme. Now, if you are using these cases to prepare for class, it is a good idea to read the case summary on Lexis, but then read the case in your textbook. The reason you want to read the case in your textbook is because it may have an abridged version that may focus on specific issues. The last thing you want to do is read 20 pages and find out only 5 of those pages were assigned. Now, you may be thinking, he's telling me to pull the case online and then read my textbook, so why even pull up the case on Lexis? Well, reading the case summary can give you a foundation for understanding what you are about to read. Knowing the main points and what the court will decide will drastically reduce the amount of time you spend reading and rereading a case. Following the case summary, you will find the LexisNexis headnotes. These are the holdings or main points of law from the case. They are unique in that they use the exact words from the court. This is the black letter law. This is what would be binding on a future court if it is yet to be overturned. These are organized by legal topic that allow you to quickly locate the black letter law from your case, so you never have to worry about the court being misinterpreted. For example, if your professor were to call on you about when state law is not to be applied, had you copied Headnote 1 into your notes, you could respond, in matters governed by the U.S. Constitution or Acts of Congress. Underneath the headnotes is the full opinion of the court. Now, what happens if after reviewing the case summary and headnotes, or even the case, you are still having trouble understanding the issue? Let's go back to the home page to learn about term searching. When term searching, there are 2 ways, natural language and terms or connectors, also known as Boolean searching. Natural language is a Google-style search in which you allow the system to determine intent. Boolean searching uses connectors such as quotation marks and other more advanced connectors, which we will cover in due time, to give you more control over telling the system your intent. We'll use natural language today, but I encourage you to attend future trainings on Boolean searching. So starting in the search box, type Erie Doctrine. The word wheel will populate common legal terms, but we'll go ahead and run this search. After running a search, you will always default to cases. Of course, you can prevent this by applying a pre-search filter. In this instance, you will want to filter to secondary materials, because that is where you should always begin your research, because secondary materials provide an explanation of the law and consist of treatises, practice guides, and other sources. In the upper left corner, you can filter through different categories. Once you filter to secondary materials, you can see that I have over 4,000 results for the Erie Doctrine. You can further filter by selecting different types on the left-hand side. For example, if you wanted treatises or practice guides, you could select those. When viewing results, they will be sorted by relevance. Although the relevance filter is accurate, it does not mean the number one result is the best. Be sure to review, at the very least, the first 10 results. Like Google, if you find yourself on page 4 or 5, it is a good indication that you can refine your search. Once you find what you want, select the title to access. In addition to term searching, we can actually pull sources directly or use Lexis answers. So let's return to the Lexis Plus homepage by selecting it in the top left corner. In addition to being able to pull a case by citation or name or term search, you have the ability to search a particular source or access the table of contents from the search box. So if your civil procedure professor asked you to search for the Erie Doctrine in Moore's Federal Practice, you could do so by beginning to type the name of your source in the search box. Selecting the magnifying glass will add it as a pre-search filter. However, selecting the title will take you to the table of contents itself. The table of contents is set up in a structure that allows you to expand individual sections, looking at volumes, chapters, and subsections. You can also search within the table of contents itself. As you can see, the search box is up at the top, and I have selected Search All Documents in this source. Searching all documents in this source will search the entire document and title names. Selecting the table of contents will search the volumes, chapters, and titles. An extremely useful feature in a lot of secondary sources is the indices. If your source has an index, you will see the button above the red search box. The index takes all the major categories discussed in your source and lists them alphabetically. So, if we were looking for Erie, we'd expand the E and scroll down and select the Erie Doctrine. The Erie Doctrine page within the indices will lay out the individual sections that this source discusses that topic on, and will also show you the other relevant sections that you may need to look to. That way you are not just clicking around and can access them from the start. Now, say you're reading and you come across a definition or a term you are unfamiliar with. There's a quick and easy way to grab a definition on Lexis Plus. So let's go back to the home page by selecting it in the upper left corner. The red search box allows you to access what is known as Lexis Answers. Lexis Answers allows you to input specific questions in the system, like what is the definition of, what are the elements of, what is the doctrine of, and get a quick answer. So for example, what is the definition of diversity jurisdiction? Notice that as you begin to type, the search wheel populates suggested questions. From there, select your question. At the top of the page, you are provided numerous answers giving you an explanation. This is a good and easy way to learn the different aspects of the law, but should not be all that you rely on. In addition, please note that below these answers you will find a case list that can be helpful in your research. Now I'd like to share a couple tips and tricks with you. Staying organized is important. You'll save time and increase your accuracy. Let's show you how to create folders which can help you stay organized. From the Lexis Plus homepage, select the vertical icon in the top right. From the drop-down menu, select Folders. As you can see, I have yet to create any folders. In order to create one, click the folder icon with the plus sign. This will prompt you to name your folder. Once you select a name, go ahead and click Save, and that folder will be created. In order to create a subfolder, click the name of the folder and repeat the process. You'll notice that I am back at the Erie case to show you another little useful trick. At the top of a document, you will notice a ribbon with delivery and navigation options. To folder a case, select the folder icon, and your 5 most recent folders will appear. You will also get a Choose Folder option. This option, in addition to being able to navigate between your folders, will allow you to add notes as to why you are saving a particular document. Now, not everyone likes to read things electronically. There is definitely something to be said about having a physical copy allowing you to highlight and annotate, which you can do on Lexis, and I will show you in the near future. Lexis allows you to print for free to specific Lexis printers within the school. To print, simply select the print icon. Then you will select Lexis Nexus Printer, identify the correct printer, and go ahead and print. To take advantage of free printing, you do not have to be on campus. You can be at home or at Starbucks. Another useful feature is that under the content-specific options, you have the option of delivering the case summary only. So for example, if I only wanted to print the case summary, I would only select that option and print. Now I'd like to discuss support and training. If you ever need help or support while using Lexis, you have a number of options. In the upper right-hand corner, you can select help and navigate different support resources. In addition, by selecting the vertical dot icon, you can access live chat support 24 hours a day, Monday through Friday, Eastern Time, except certain US holidays. This is a great option, allowing you to chat with a research attorney. For example, if you are in the library and can't make a call, chat is a great option. Another place where you can find support options is at the bottom of the Lexis Plus homepage. There you will find the 24/7 hotline, 1-800-45-LEXIS. There you can get help with technical difficulties or search queries. Your IDs, however, are flagged as law students, so if you ask something like a hypothetical, they may not be able to help you. You can also call me or email me or one of our student representatives. Where will you find our information? That will be located in the Lexis Law School homepage. To go there, you'll have to scroll up to our product switcher and select Lexis Nexus for law schools. Once you're at the law school homepage, you can scroll down and you will be able to access my contact information as well as that of the student representatives at your school. The law school homepage is also where you can view upcoming Lexis trainings and register for them. In addition, you can access research PDFs and 1L Barbary outlines via the Resources tab at the top. And of course, the best for last, it is how you can access your Lexis rewards. This is a way to earn a little while you learn a little. As a busy law student, time is a valuable commodity. While you may spend upwards of 60% your first year as an associate researching, you won't spend 60% of law school learning how to. Lexis offers the only rewards program for law students. It allows you to earn points for researching, attending trainings, stopping by table tips, and completing activities online. These points can be redeemed for merchandise such as Amazon gift cards. To access or learn more, select the Manage Rewards tab in the upper right-hand corner of the Lexis Law School homepage. So remember, start from the Lexis Plus homepage to directly pull a source. Search by terms or pull a case. When pulling a case, use the citation if available. When preparing for class, take advantage of the case summaries, the case brief, and headnotes to better understand the opinion. Stay organized by foldering and printing for free, and take advantage of Lexis trainings provided throughout your law school career. This will make your law school journey a little bit easier. As always, do not hesitate to contact me with questions, comments, or concerns. I am here to help you throughout your law school career.